Hey everybody, thought I'd record a little Civilization Beyond Earth. I just got this, just unlocked last night. I woke up this morning and thought I'd play a little and record my very first attempt at playing. So let's get into it. I'll try and explain what I know of the game while I'm playing, which isn't a lot. And I'm recording it in 1080 so that it's easier to read all the text and stuff and enjoy the visuals and such. So I probably won't have a lot of lengthy video sessions, but I'll try and do what I can. So let's just dive in. First, let's look at the options. Automate workers, don't replace improvements. Seems like it could be good or bad. I'll leave it alone. Don't remove features. No reward pop-ups. Well, that'd be no fun. No recommendations. Oh, I like recommendations. Display yields. Quick selection advance. No, we don't want any of that stuff. Let's see. I don't like that. This looks fine. One thing we should probably do is turn the music down. It's quite loud. Actually, maybe we should turn it off so we don't get yelled at from... okay, so... from YouTube. Alright, let's just get into it. I could play now with default settings, but random sponsor, random world, map size small. Let's just set a game up. So the difficulty of Mercury is the normal difficulty, where neither myself nor the AI has any bonuses. As I understand it, based on this tooltip right here, we're on moderate difficulty, they receive a few advantages. And on Sputnik, it's beginner. So let's just, Mercury is fine. I understand this game is a little different than Civilization in quite a few gameplay mechanics. So while I'm getting my head wrapped around that, let's just stick to normal. Game pace is normal. That's good. Map size small. It's just 6 players. Let's do a standard map with 8 players. That seems a little more exciting. So let's just do that. Now I got to pick my sponsor. Each of these is a large overall bonus to your entire civilization that will basically dictate in some ways the direction that you're playing. So the ARC, bonuses to covert operations. And I don't really know how covert operations work per se, so I'm not going to pick that. I do like bonus production towards wonders and workers building improvements faster. That seems really good. Every 10 virtues you get a free technology, and the virtues are what you gain by developing culture. Every turn you're generating culture. When you hit certain thresholds, you can pick a new virtue. There's 4 virtue tech trees that you can kind of crawl around picking up bonuses. So you're going to want to get a lot of virtues anyway. And of course, every 10 you get a free tech. That's pretty good, I assume. Let's see. Orbital units stay in orbit longer. Orbital units are things like, I know early on there's an orbital unit that provides bonus energy, which is used as currency in the game. So like the longer it's up in the air, the more money you're going to make. More power, I should say. More energy. So along that line, I'm sure there's quite a few orbital units that you'd want to stay up later. Bonus trader routes, which I understand are almost... I've read that trader routes in this game are overpowered good and will probably get nerfed, I'm going to guess, based on what I've read. So this seems ridiculously powerful right now, based on what I know. Cities and outposts acquire new tiles twice as fast, so that your borders will grow out faster. Bonus units have more strength in combat, good for the military. And food growth, when healthy, meaning you're in the positive healthy, you'll get bonus food, so your cities grow faster population-wise. These all seem really good. I didn't see anything here that I would never pick. That's kind of nice. I like the production bonus. Let's do that. That's what you use. Their cities use production to generate the buildings that you select or the units that you want them to output. All right, next we got to pick the colonists. So we need random. We're gonna have scientists so that there's more science in every city, more food, more energy and health, more production in every city. Culture and health. I like the idea of having culture because the virtues seem fun, and for my first playthrough, it'd be kind of neat to make my way through the virtue tree as fast as possible. Thinking. This would be good to double up on my already inherent bonus to production. I can build things so fast. But then again, researching things would be good. Growing faster. This is really hard to pick. I could just do random, I guess. I want engineers. Let's try engineers and just have a really fast production in all my cities. Alright, now we choose the spacecraft that got us to the planet. This reveals the coast on the map, so we'll be able to see the shape, but nothing specific, but just the shape of the continents. Retrograde thrusters will let us choose our landing spot amongst a larger area to select from. If we had tectonic scanners, we could see petroleum, geothermal, and titanium resources right out of the gate, and then that would help us define where we want to settle our early cities. We could start with extra energy, quite a lot of it, which would help us purchase, like maybe an initial early game, just totally buy a worker or a soldier unit. Or the lifeform sensor would reveal all alien nests on the map. That seems really good also. I don't know. Let's do retrograde thrusters and just have a larger area to choose for our starting city. That seems fun. Let's see. Choose cargo. We could begin with pioneering technology. That would allow us to, if I understand correctly, create colonists. And it's one of the first texts you could research anyway, so it's not like you're saving a lot, but it is saving 10, 12 turns of research. Beginning with the clinic in your first city would allow for more health. Beginning with extra population would give you more benefits and a big jump early in the game. Starting with a worker unit seems really good. Starting with a soldier unit seems really good. Let's start with a worker unit so they can be pumping out tile improvements quicker. Oh man, there's a lot of options. Okay, this is cool. Now, we can rescan for planets. Alright, so we can pick a Terran world, a Protean world, an Atlantean world, or random world, or an advanced world, which I think will let us pick different types of worlds we can pick from. Or we can rescan and get a different selection. Like just random selections. And I know that because I pre-ordered it, I have some sort of map pack that produces additional types of worlds I can generate. What's a Protean world? One ocean. Okay, so this is Pangea. Large land masses separate. So this is the more of a default continental map. So let's try that. That's what I'm more familiar with from Civ. All right, here we go. Okay. Alright, I'm going to lead us to greatness. This text here is telling me so. Must be true. Boom. Alright.
Select a suitable location for our people to make planetfall. This will be the site of our first great city. Select a plot within the red border to land.
And I can see... Thank you. I can see quite a lot of the ground. When I did a random map this morning just to make sure that the visuals are set properly, and I can only see like out to here. So that's kind of nice. It'll help me to dictate which direction I build out. And so let's look at resource icons. These are the resources. We got resin, fruit, some xenomass, some fiber, more xenomass. Now, these xenomass may also be alien nests, if I understand it correctly, which could be problematic because there's a lot of xenomass around me on this side. Firaxis. I got 2 fibers, which is more production. That's pretty neat. If I develop something called plantation. Oh, plantation. Let's see. Algae. Silica. Some science. There's some floatstone. Some more fruit. That's a lot of xenomass. Let's build... Okay, what do we got for yield icons? We kind of don't want to land on top of the fiber because it'll destroy it. But I think building on a hill in traditional Civ has always been smart. Right? I think. But maybe not on the hill that's got food. Let's build on this hill right here. Maybe this hill. I hate to lose... This doesn't look like it's anything, so it's just a lost tile. So maybe what we do is we build On this hill right here? Seems like a thing, right? Let's do it. Alright, we'll start with an explorer and a worker. Very cool. Alright. New victory is updated in the log. Let's see. Quest log.
This may be helpful.
Okay. Alright. Victories. Promised Land, Transcendence, Contact, Domination, Emancipation. Oh, that's kind of neat. I can expand them. I'm not going to look into this right now. I have no quests. Okay. Clear that. Resource pod discovered. Alright, I want to go and explore that. Another one. And a third one. Well, let's send my explorer out towards it. And here I got a worker already, so let's start building a farm right here. That seems really awesome to start with a worker already. Research. Now here's the tech web.
The tech web provides a
Now, let me explain it. Okay, so this is really nice and a little intimidating. Wow, pioneering takes 27 turns. It is one of the cheapest things to research even. I mean, I only have one city with one population, but still. I can see the advantage of taking some science-heavy colonists, because it would be nice to see this number be a much lower number. So if I pick this, I can start building colonists, I can start doing trade. And it seems like some of this stuff is going to take a long time, so I may as well grab that. Alright, we'll do that. Wonder how I got out of here. Oh, return to map. Okay. And production. Now here's where we're going to be sitting pretty good, because I've got... Can I get a bigger view of my city? How do I do that? Oh, right here. 8 production. So, I like the city screen, that looks really nice. And we're already utilizing that one. Let's return to map and pick an old Earth relic. For 5 turns, we'll generate culture. Is my culture generating at all right now? I'm getting +1. So, it's a big jump. Alright, let's do that. Boom. First turn done. Oh, here comes the neighbors.
How may the corporation serve you?
Well, hello. We probably can't do much with them right now.
What do you propose?
Well, gain favors, spend favors. I wonder what favors are. We have a lot of energy. No, they have a lot of energy. They must have started with 100 energy. They're making more than me. We're doing the same in science. We don't really have anything we can do this early in the game. Resource pods. Send ahead of our journey contain valuable materials from old Earth. Send a unit under the research pod to see what it contains. Okay. Contact another colony.
Pardon me, I may be able to assist you.
I'll probably turn this off, but I'm afraid I'll miss something important. Alright, first research pod. What's in it? Collection
You
of
have
goods.
a new quest available.
15
Throughout the
culture.
game, your actions will trigger different...
Nice. I got a quest. That's a nice looking map. I like that map up there. I actually like the kind of the for the perspective you get from the edges on there in the background. Inside the pod you found, yep. And then what's this quest? The sponsors had the foresight to send resource pods, so if we find 2, we get a reward. Alright, well we know there's one down here. Alright, let's build this farm, which is +1 food. Right now that tile is producing 2 food and 1 energy, so when it's done building a farm it'll be 3 food and 1 energy. Starting with a worker is a big deal. Alright. Oh, here comes the aliens.
Come, Mr. Haban. The Commonwealth welcomes you.
Well, hello. So we're gonna have 7 neighbors total, and they're not gonna all come in at the same time, which is interesting. And I don't quite know how that works, because they like, technically speaking, this guy here is a few turns behind me and her. But, as I understand it, the later they come in, the bigger the bonus they start with. So, we'll see how that turns out. And then here we've got manticores. And here we've got wolf beetles. Now, it's important to note, as I understand it, aliens are merely curious about you at first. And if I were to attack them, which I could do, I would really hurt them. But I don't really want to be aggressive towards the aliens just yet, because the more you attack them, the angrier they get, and there's probably bad stuff. I have no military units. I didn't start with a soldier or anything, so I probably don't want to start messing with these guys just yet. What's this thing? Is this a nest? What is this? Grass. No, it's a resource. I should turn the resources on so I'm used to seeing what they look like. Okay, and let's move one tile. There's some miasma there. Xenomass. So the miasma, you can kind of see it's cloudy in some of these tiles. That's like poisonous gas that is actually healing to the aliens, but damaging to me and my frail humanness. Alright, let's get this resource pod. 40 more energy.
I have something that needs your attention.
Planets littered with strange artifacts. Use the Explorer's Expedition ability. They have an Expedition ability, which I think... Expedition Module is 1. You have to go back to your city, I think, to get more of them. Oh, there's one. Well, let's go down there and expedition that. Thanks, kind advisor. Okay. We're not fighting the aliens, and they're not messing with us. I don't have a lot of money. 50 didn't seem like very much. I wonder how much it costs to purchase something outright. Purchase. Like 240 for a soldier. So yeah, that's not going to be a thing I can do for a while. Find a portable reactor. Aliens. Next turn. What's going on now? Aliens are moving. Okay.
One of our units has walked into a cloud of strange alien miasma.
Oh man. I wonder how long it can be in the miasma. I would like to do this dig thing. 8 turns. What do we get out of it? What's this? This is a crash satellite that's also in miasma. 2 crash satellites. Well, let's go for it. Let's see how much I lose every turn. I don't know how many points I have. I assume 100. Everything used to have 100 instead of 5. Okay, so we're not going to fight the aliens. We're just going to end our turn and be peaceful.
Your explorer has noticed something strange nearby. It could be a ruin, some sort of wreckage, or perhaps alien in nature. You should order your explorer to the site and excavate it to see if there is something worthwhile to be found.
Yeah, I saw that too. Okay, he took 10 damage, so technically, while he'd be really low in health, he's at 90 now, and 6 turns to finish his expedition, looks like. He should survive, so I'm going to let him sit in there. What's this? We gotta found an outpost quest, okay? Oh, look at that. Virtues.
The virtue screen allows you to choose the virtue.
Okay, so I got 1 point in virtues. Extra experience points for combat, extra growth after a city grows a population, extra science, extra production. Oh, I like the idea of having more production. Let's do it. Boom. Alright, so, speaking of production, we finished our old world relic, so we're getting 3 culture per turn. I got plenty of health, although this is more science, and I only have 3 science, so an extra point of science seems like a big deal, but I think I should get a soldier built, and I feel a little vulnerable. The aliens aren't bothering me, but that doesn't mean they're not going to start. Okay, let's just do that. Hey, I finished that. Let's see if I was right about those yields. Yeah, 3 now. I like it. That's how it works. I can build a plantation here, which, as we know, we want to do to get yet more production in our city. Okay. Alright, we've grown to a population of 2, and in 8 more turns, that'll be a 3. Okay. Why don't you build a plantation? I should keep an eye on this guy. Four. Okay. Oh, what was that? The spacecraft plummeted through the atmosphere and crashed not far away. Where did it come from? Who built it? What was their intention? We'll find out in time once we investigate the wreckage more fully. Oh, that's super cool. Build an expedition at the crash site. Oh man, that's really neat. Okay. A station.
You have discovered a station. You can establish trade routes with stations to receive various supplies that your people may need.
So as I understand these stations, they land. So I discovered there's a pool of existing stations, and they land, and if you establish trade with them, they grow and prosper and produce yet more and more benefits over time, although they're vulnerable to being attacked by your enemies and destroyed. And if you don't establish trade with them, or if no one establishes trade with them, over time they pack up and leave the planet. 2 energy and 2 science with a trade route seems like a pretty big deal, but he is really not close to me at all. He is really close to these guys. I don't really know who these people are.
Good to see you again.
Polystralia. So I'm going to guess Polystralia is going to be trading with those guys. That's a good get for them, and not such a good get for me. Right, how are we doing over here? Are you still alive? One more turn, though, and then we'll be able to see what happens when you finish that up. How about you? One more turn till the construction's complete. What's nice is I should go from 8 to maybe even 10 once it gets built. That'll be kind of nice. Alright, we
Your
salvaged...
explorer has discovered something wonderful.
We
There
got-
are many more sites
wow,
like this to
80
investigate around the world,
production.
so you might want to consider building additional explorers to send to these locations.
That's a good point. Alright, so we got 80 production from doing that, which means our soldier probably got built, I imagine. Yeah, I did. Let's go ahead and build a clinic in 2 turns with the extra production I got from doing that. Instead of being like 5 or whatever it was. Actually, are we, oh, we got 9. We're at 9 now. So let's build a clinic, get some more science and health. Let's have this guy go over here and build yet another plantation. Let's have these guys fortify. And this guy needs to get out of there. And come back and heal. Okay. That was really cool. We're gonna heal him up, get him recharged. And then we're gonna go investigate this crashed spaceship. Ooh, and a virtue. Extra energy. Extra energy in the capital. Seems like a lot of extra energy. It's like double what I'm making. Production towards wonders. Extra science. Might be really good. Get a free worker. Outpost growth. Extra food seems really good. Health. Let's get some extra health. Well, food. We'll grow faster that way, and more citizens means we can work these tiles I'm actually putting in. So like right now I have a guy working this tile and this tile because this is a farm and this is a plantation. Once I build this plantation over here, unless I have a citizen that can work it, it's useless. So I mean, this guy's going to take 4 turns to build this plantation, and it's going to grow in 2 turns, so it'll all be fine. But when I grow in 2 turns, thanks to that virtue, I don't really know how to get back to those virtue. Oh, so thanks to that virtue, I'll retain 10% of the food, so I'll have a jump start on growing to the next population after that. Alright. Here comes another neighbor. Howdy, neighbor.
The temple doors of the Protectorate are open.
Good. Alright, let's get you back. Let's get you guys out so I can make room for these guys. Let's go look at these little soldiers. Ah, they're super cool. Actually, the art design on these units is really nice, even zoomed all the way in. Alright. Okay, so maybe another explorer might be worth getting. We're building things so fast, I'm actually ahead of the curve.
Pardon me, I may be able to assist you.
Keeping in the key. Yeah, so your health, you can see by hovering. The health is how your cities grow. Anything in the green is good. Anything below that, you start losing growth, culture, development, science. Like, it gets kind of rough if you go down in science or in health. I don't think you start getting really impacted until you get to like -10 or so, it sounds like someone was saying on a forum. A relic has provoked an ideological split amongst our citizens. This is the relic I built in the very first turn of the game, a couple turns. Simply, the old Earth relic is instrumental to as a source of solace for the grief people feel over their lost world. They want it to be left in reverent place as a shrine. Others think it represents a valuable repository of traditional wisdom that must be studied and displayed publicly if humanity is to embrace their new home. Okay. Alright, so we did grow up to 3. I don't know how I complete this quest. Can I complete that quest? Just FYI. Oh, quest decision. So, do we leave the relic untouched, or do we open it to the public? If we leave it untouched, we get... All relics have free maintenance. They don't cost energy to maintain. If we open to the public, we get extra culture from it, which seems really good. I wouldn't mind getting some extra energy per turn, but I want to develop my virtues faster. So I'm at +4, and I'm not at +6 or whatever. What is the way to look at what I've built? Show. Old Earth relic. Maintenance is 1. So I could have reclaimed an extra energy per turn, but an extra culture per turn seems more useful. Alright. This guy needs to move into here and start healing up. And he got his expedition module back also. So if there's no miasma, I could maybe... There's a xenomass there. I could maybe just kind of slide out there. Alright. Okay, we're not going to fight. And I kind of want these guys to heal. Fortify until healed. A little bit. +30 healed. That's pretty good. Let's start getting out there. I got another explorer, so let's... I know that right here is a... let's go. I don't see any aliens around here. I don't want to provoke any aliens. Let's build this farm here. And now what should I build? Another soldier. Seems good. Here in about 2 turns, I'm going to have myself the ability to make another outpost. Which would be nice, because I can kind of move down here and grab some of these resources. And I want to be able to have another soldier to escort that colonist down there. Okay. Alright, we're about ready to jump on that. Let's grab this. The free solar
You have
collector is now
finished
ready for
construction
launch.
on a unit which can launch into orbit. To launch it, select the unit and click its action button. Once launched, it will have an area effect on the tiles beneath it.
Okay, so that's the one, the satellites I was talking about. Actually, I think that's the satellite I was talking about. I got the trade depot. I can make colonists, trade convoys, trade vessels, trade depots. Production +1. Nice. And I got 25 extra science because of the pod that I found. And I completed the quest. Which was research pioneering, build 1 colonist unit. Okay, so completed quests, gifts from home, find 3 pods. That's what I completed. Ah, gotcha. That's handy. So, I'm gonna stop it here. It's been 30 minutes, and then I will jump back into part 2 momentarily.